The story begins at Shihai First Academy's plaza. The crossroads of fate for every student. The class change ceremony is about to start. Principal Lu Yun stands on stage, hyping everyone up, declaring that today is the day of awakening. Success or failure depends on this moment. The protagonist, Lin Mayu, steps calmly into the array, but internally he's intense. After years of reincarnation, the wait is finally over. In this RPG-like world, the wild is teeming with monsters. Humans can only survive by awakening classes, killing monsters, and leveling up. Classes are ranked, combat is top tier, livelihood is at the bottom. Getting a legendary class is harder than reaching the sky. His best friend Gao Yang excitedly asks questions, and Lin wants to be a knight. Behind them, some randoms mock him, calling him a nerd. While the big shots chat on stage, Lin spots a rare formation master sitting nearby. Then, the first student gets called up. The guy awakens as a farmer and breaks down instantly. Next to him, another student gets chef and is actually happy to inherit the family business. The elders shake their heads at the common classes. Finally, the genius girl Xiaoxue steps up, arrogant and determined to crush Lin Mayu. Turns out Xiaoxue has always been second to Lin. The teachers have high hopes for her though, thinking her strong mental power signals a top-tier class. Xiaoxue stands there, and the ground instantly erupts with light. A massive boom follows. This is definitely not a common class. It's the rare class Elemental Mage. The crowd goes wild. This is a class that can eventually cast forbidden spells and destroy cities. Xiaoxue basks in the praise and shoots a smug look at Lin. Then the teacher calls out, "Next, Lin Mayu." Teachers whisper among themselves. Some think Lin is just a bookworm, but others are convinced he's the real #1 genius. As soon as Lin steps up, the vibe shifts instantly. The sunny sky turns pitch black, clouds press down, and eerie lightning strikes. The massive vision scares the onlookers witless. The wind howls, and everyone is confused. Is this an awakening or the apocalypse? Xiaoxue stares at the terrifying vortex in the sky, face pale. She reluctantly realizes this phenomenon is way bigger than hers. Someone screams, "It's the undead!" The clouds teem with a skeleton army, dark and terrifying, but Lin stands motionless in the eye of the storm. Even though Xiaoxue denies it, the truth is right there. Lin glows with green light as the system announces, "Unique hidden class Necromancer." The only Necromancer in the world. Lin stares at the soul fire in his hand, knowing that as long as he lives, this class is a one-of-a-kind legend. Doubts fill the air. People think hidden classes are useless bad luck. Lin Mayu ignores them, satisfied with his power, until a mysterious elder calls out. The principal wants a demo. Lin Mayu doesn't hesitate, flashing his status panel and preparing to show the elder what a necromancer can really do. He waves his hand, channeling energy. Dark fog swirls, and a black iron skeleton warrior claws its way out. The crowd gasps. This pressure is real. A sudden attack strikes. The skeleton's eyes turn blood red, ready to slaughter. Lin Mayu commands it to stand down, showing perfect control over the beast. It was a test by a pro. The skeleton seems average now, but for a level 1, it's terrifying. Test over, Mayu walks away, leaving the crowd in awe. Gao Yang tries to touch it, mocking the skeleton as a rag. Lin Mayu ignores the roast and recalls the summon. It's the loudmouth's turn to awaken next. He discovers a summoning space. Instant summons, no cost. Recalling the vision of a necromancer slaying a dragon, he vows to reach that godlike level. Gao Yang becomes a knight, bragging about being a meat shield. The teacher announces the ceremony is over. The real survival test begins tomorrow at the dungeon. Outside, the top student Xiaoxue blocks his path, demanding a competition on exam results. Lin Mayu agrees with a stone face, barely caring. Back home, he stares at his sister's photo, missing her. Principal Lu visits with supplies, revealing he promised Mayu's sister to look after him. After the principal leaves, the clock strikes midnight. Suddenly, a green light flashes. His system has finally finished loading. the cheat code is here. He stares in shock. God-level talent comprehensive increase, and the passive damage transfer. With summons taking his damage, he's practically immortal. He summons again, the skeleton stats have quintupled. Feeling this terrifying power, Lin Mayu knows for a fact, at this level, he is invincible. Meanwhile, somewhere quietly, the world waits for the rise of a new king. Amidst thunder and ruins, the undead army rises. Necromancer Lin Mayu is about to become a walking natural disaster, sweeping away everything. Next day at the dungeon, Gao Yang begs to team up. Lin Mayu refuses flat out. Even Xia Shui agrees, splitting XP just slows you down. The strong walk alone. The teacher warns everyone else against soloing, but Lin Mayu and Xia Shui are the exceptions. The other students watch the duo in fear and envy. Lin Mayu declares his goal, Xiajing Academy. The principal sweats getting there, requires reaching level 12 in a week, a nearly impossible feat. The principal doubts it, but Mayu is confident. Xia Shui turns it into a race, throwing down a challenge before rushing off. Her competitiveness is intense. Stepping into the dungeon, he calculates his mana regen and summons 4 skeletons at once. The grinding machine is officially turned on. The skeleton army goes to work, blades swinging, EXP flooding in. This isn't grinding, it's a harvest. Level 2 in minutes. Lin Mayu immediately summons stronger skeletons. The snowball effect begins. A mob tries to flee? Lin Mayu raises his hand soul flame. Instant ash. That's the power of a mage. Golden light flashes level 3. Ignoring defense with true damage? This hidden class is absolutely broken. While others struggle, he hits level 4. Outside, clueless elders sip tea, expecting good news from Xia Shui. They compare old records, worrying if Xia Shui can hit level 5. Little do they know, Lin Mayu is tearing the place apart. Night falls, and he's already level 7. Skeletons auto-hunt, while he chills 500 meters away. Easy mode engaged. He's driving the local mobs to extinction, actually complaining about the lack of targets, while avoiding struggling normies. Finally, a challenge. A level 8 elite vine tree awakens. Lin Mayu doesn't panic, he smirks. Target practice time. The skeletons swarm, but it takes 4 hits to kill? Lin Mayu frowns. He is not satisfied with this efficiency. But seeing the forest full of them, he grins. These aren't monsters. They're an all-you-can-eat EXP buffet. He exits the portal early. Examiners worry about an accident until they see his stats level 7. The crowd goes wild. He didn't just clear the dungeon, he exterminated it. Is he even human? Big shots panic in the back room. The Necromancer class defies logic. Xia's dad realizes his daughter was always number 2. Xia Shui exits like a queen, overflowing with confidence. Level 5, a new record. How can Lin Mayu compete with this? Then she sees it. Level 7 above Lin Mayu's head. Her smile freezes, pupils dilate. Her world collapses. Learning the truth breaks her completely. While she sobs, Gao Yang shamelessly clings to Lin Mayu's leg, begging for a carry. Next day, Gao Yang waits forever at the gate. But Lin Mayu ghosted him, heading straight to the wilderness to grind solo. Lin Mayu arrives at the exchange center alone, locking eyes on the West Sea Mining Nightmare difficulty dungeon. He wants it. It's a death sentence for normal classes, but he is a necromancer. Ignoring the stairs, he steps toward true hell. Lin Mayu steps out of the safety zone, and the atmosphere shifts instantly. The scent of blood hangs in the air, while hidden beasts in the shadows lock their eyes on fresh prey. Facing a roaring goblin, Lin Mayu barely blinks. He glances at the stats. His skeleton warrior completely outclasses the monster. This isn't a fight. It's a slaughter waiting to happen. One strike from the skeleton warrior, and it's over. Standing amidst the carnage, Lin Mayu coolly watches the XP notifications roll in, calculating his path to level 15 before the exam. Thoughts drift to his sister, a genius who levels up with terrifying speed. Checking his status again, Lin focuses on damage transfer, the passive skill that makes him nearly invincible. A surge of power spikes his spirit stats instantly. His skeleton warrior evolves into a bronze-rank juggernaut, clad in heavy armor, and wielding a massive axe, a massive upgrade he didn't expect. Confident with his new bodyguard, Lin complains about the lack of monsters. But the moment he drops his guard, a lethal streak of red light slashes out from the blind spot. The blade connects, sending blood spraying into the air. But the damage transfer activates instantly. The skeleton warrior absorbs the blow, saving Lin from what should have been a fatal strike. Lin stares down the purple-haired girl, suspecting her. But she crashes to the ground, realizing they're both targets. Someone else, an archer, is sniping from the shadows. It was collateral damage from a manhunt. Lin yanks the arrow from his shoulder without flinching. When the pursuers arrive asking for the girl, his expression turns icy. The archer is furious that Lin is still standing. Lin decides to let them go, but from the shadows, the assassin girl watches in shock, finally noticing the terrifying skeleton warrior beside him. Seeing the gruesome skeleton, the hunters' faces twist in disgust. To them, anyone who summons the undead is nothing more than a psychotic criminal. They storm off, deciding he's not worth the trouble. Lin watches them go, the blue fire in his palm fading. Those fools have no idea how close they just came to death. Night falls. While his skeleton army tirelessly slaughters everything below, Lin sits on the cliff, frustrated. The XP gain has slowed to a crawl. The grind is getting brutal. Determined to get into Xiaojing Academy, he refuses to go home. Sitting by the fire, he wonders, how on earth did his sister level up so fast? It doesn't add up. It clicks: the West Sea Mines. She must have been grinding nightmare difficulty missions. Remembering her injuries, he realizes that reckless determination runs in the family. His thoughts are interrupted. Someone is lurking in the woods. A pair of sharp red eyes watches him from the darkness. It seems he has a visitor. It's the assassin girl. She steps out of the shadows, trying to look cool, but immediately asks, "Do you have food?" Lin hands her a ration, and her deadly aura instantly vanishes into pure joy. She wolfs down the food like she's starving, choking herself in the process. After gulping down some water, she finally catches her breath and gives him a genuine, goofy smile of gratitude. Fed and happy, the mood softens. She leans in with a smile, asking for his name. Lin stares back, silence hanging between them. Trust isn't given easily in the wild. The girl gets playful, trying to use a detection skill on the silent guy. But to her shock, the skill fizzles out completely. It detected absolutely nothing. She manages to catch his name and class: Lin Mayu, a necromancer? Never heard of it. Connecting the dots to the skeleton she saw earlier, her curiosity spikes. Lin Mayu finally breaks his silence. The girl beams, revealing a gold badge, the reason her skill failed. It blocks anyone under level 10 from snooping. The badge shatters into dust. Unfazed, she holds up a glowing artifact and throws down a challenge. "Go ahead, try using your detection skill on me now." Lin scans her Ningi, a level 19 shadow assassin. But before the shock settles, 3 sinister figures emerge from the shadows, watching them with a sneer. Lin's skeleton signals trouble. They're surrounded. Ningi's expression darkens. She's exhausted from being hunted for days over a single skill scroll. She tries to leave to spare him, slashing at her pursuers. But it's a trap. Explosions rip through the ground, cutting off her escape route instantly. A massive red arrow manifests above her head. Ningi panics. It's an anti-stealth mark. Their position is locked, and the situation just went from bad to worse. The hunters reveal themselves, blocking every exit. They mock the duo, convince their partners, and sneer at the filthy assassin and disgusting necromancer. Ningi offers the scroll, begging them to let Lin go. But the leader just laughs. "Dead men tell no tales. They're killing both of them tonight." With no choice left, Ningi charges in, yelling at Lin to run. But Lin stays put, skeptical. She's marked and outnumbered. She stands no chance alone. Talk is over. The enemy attacks. The blonde mage raises his glowing spear, eyes manic with bloodlust, screaming that they'll both die together. The mage casts illumination, flooding the forest with blinding light. It dispels all shadows and boosts accuracy. Ningi's stealth advantage is completely erased. Chaos erupts. Lin focuses his mind as spells and attacks fly from all directions. The air crackles with energy as the death match begins. Lin finally makes his move. Arise. A skeletal warrior claws its way out of the ground. The enemy mage looks on in pure disgust at the undead summon. Disgust turns to deadly force. The mage channels her mana, unleashing a massive level 20 pyreball, aiming to blast them into crisp. Ning grabs Lin, trying to flee, but stumbles into hidden mana threads. Before she can recover, a multi-shot barrage rains down on them like a storm. The blue beams strike the earth with devastating force. Ningi's eyes widen in terror as the attack lands right on top of them. There's nowhere to hide. The smoke clears. Ningi is on her knees, gasping for air, battered but alive. She looks up and realizes she's not alone. A skeleton stands guard beside her. The skeleton took the hit. With a swing of its massive sword, the undead warrior blocked the deadly strike, standing like an unshakable shield. The fight erupts. The attacker strikes but hits a wall of bone. He gets knocked back hard, and the skeleton instantly counters with a blaze of fire. The blonde mage stares at the skeleton standing in the fire, completely losing it. The skin said level 10, so where is this overwhelming power coming from? Panic sets in. The level 21 mage, archer, and warrior unleash their skills, but they can't even scratch these level 10 summons. Blue flames close in. The blonde mage's pupils dilate in terror, sweat pouring down his face. His mental defense is crumbling under the pressure of death. Ningi watches from the shadows, absolutely stunned. Under the moonlight, a tide of skeletons rises. They look broken, but their power is terrifying. Surrounded, Ningi clings to Moyu, tears welling up in fear. But Moyu just looks down, cold and calm, as if this was always the plan. Mayu's eyes glow blue. He's done playing. The unique Necromancer stats flare up, and the skeleton army receives a single command: kill. His trump cards are revealed: passive damage transfer and massive stat boosts. He isn't just a mage, he's an unkillable catastrophe. The tables turn instantly. The enemy tries to shield up, but a massive skeletal hand erupts from the ground, smashing down with brutal force. Shattered. Energy explodes, shards fly everywhere. Mayu doesn't even lift a finger. The shockwaves from his summons tear the battlefield apart. Cornered, the blonde mage swings his staff through the fire, desperate to fight back. His face twists into a mask of pure panic and rage. The archer tries to run, but his 1500 agility is a joke compared to the skeletons. He doesn't even make it 2 steps before they catch him. The knight activates extreme defense. It's a tough shell, but he's just delaying the inevitable. His teammate screams in regret. Greed has a price. Moyu raises his hand coldly. Execution time. He triggers Berserk Strike. No fancy moves needed, just clean, efficient death. Defense shattered. The knight screams as blades rain down. Mayu feels nothing. In the wild, it's kill or be killed. Mercy is for the dead. Silence falls. The elite trio is dead. Ningi stares at Mayu's back. Trembling, he wiped them out without moving a single inch. Mayu calmly starts looting. Just some level 20 bronze gear. Useless to him, but good for cash. Strictly business. Oh, a beginner skill scroll? Ningi sees him pause and assumes he's poor. She helpfully tells him to use it, hoping he gets lucky. She's coaching him seriously. You have to shout use out loud. Mayu ignores the silly instruction and just activates it with his mind. Gold light flashes. It works. Ningi pouts, disappointed. Her plan to see him embarrass himself failed miserably. Lin Mayu analyzes his new skill. Corpse Burst deals only 10% damage at first glance weak. But with his talent amplification, the damage skyrockets, and it triggers chain reactions. It's a god-tier crowd control skill. Just as he's secretly reveling in his godlike luck, Ningyi leans in. She makes herself right at home, teasing him for being such a stoic mute despite having a nice voice. Lin Mayu is just thinking she's different from the girls at school when she suddenly shoves a glowing scroll into his hands. He looks closer. It's an intermediate skill scroll. This girl is ridiculously generous. This scroll is worth 1,000,000 gold coins. Lin Mayu is stunned. She was being hunted for this very item, and now she's just giving it away like it's nothing? Sitting by the fire, Ningyi acts like it's no big deal. She says she found it fair and square in a chest. Those robbers wanted to steal it. No way. She'd rather run for days than give in to bullies. She casually mentions running for 2 days, noting she has immortality items, so she can't die. She just hates pain. Lin Mayu realizes she's a wealthy heiress playing the game with a literal get-out-of-jail-free card. When the topic turns to the future, Ningyi's eyes light up hearing he's going to Xiaojing Academy. With his instant kill power, he's a shoo-in. She specifically urges him to challenge the legendary Divine Summer Tower once he's there. That tower is the real delayed battleground for the elite. The higher you climb, the more terrifyingly generous the rewards become. As the night deepens, Lin Mayu gently drapes his cloak over the sleeping Ningyi. The next morning, he sits alone in the early light, meditating to restore his mental energy. Before leaving, her foodie nature takes over. She badgers Lin Mayu to give her all the leftover roasted sweet potatoes, completely shedding her cool assassin image. They part ways. Ningyi runs off laughing, waving and yelling for him to level up fast so he can carry her later. Lin Mayu watches her go, silently noting the promise. He turns to the corpse of the female assassin who tried to ambush him yesterday. With material right at his feet, it's the perfect time to test that terrifying new skill. Necromancer, the Scourge. As magic surges, a destructive aura suddenly descends upon the ruins. Corpse Burst. With a low command, a massive sphere of blood-red energy detonates. The body transforms into a devastating bomb, and fire instantly swallows everything around it. Staring at the massive scorched crater, Lin Mayu is satisfied. The skill is powerful, covers 360 degrees with no blind spots, and best of all, it destroys all evidence without a trace. His skeleton warriors have evolved to bronze tier. Though the summoning cost has increased, his mental energy is enough to raise an elite squad. Target locked, West Sea Mine instance. His skeletal army in this summoned space has grown to 48. Lin Mayu stands on the high ground with his undead guard, looking down at the dungeon entrance, which is already bustling with noise. Below, rookies are screaming for teams missing healers, missing tanks. It's a mess. Lin Mayu watches coldly. The truly strong have no need for such trivial socializing. Lin Mayu stands at the dungeon entrance, ignoring the warning that nightmare mode requires a full team. A girl nearby gets curious and tries to scan him. Hey, are you a summoner? Her scan is blocked by the medal he gave him. An elite team tries to recruit him, but Lin Mayu doesn't even look back, coldly rejecting them. No need, thanks. The system warning pops up, but Lin Mayu doesn't hesitate for a second. With a calm gaze, he presses confirm, stepping into the nightmare dungeon alone amidst a flash of purple light. The crowd explodes in shock. Some call him arrogant, others laugh and say he's seeking death. They mock him, betting this scary-looking guy is just a weakling who won't make it out alive. Inside the dungeon, the smell of blood is overwhelming. Lin Mayu locks onto an elite goblin guardian, calmly analyzing its stats. This monster is far stronger than anything outside. Although the monster stats crush a normal knight, it's nothing to Lin Mayu. Green energy flares around him as his skeleton warriors prepare to strike. Strategy begins. The battle ends in a flash. The skeleton warrior strikes, and the goblin falls instantly. Lin Mayu checks the 4,200 XP gained. The rewards here are 10 times higher than outside. Since it only takes seconds to kill one, he goes into speedrun mode. Lin Mayu focuses on the floating mini-map, determined not to miss a single corner or drop of XP. A pillar of golden light erupts, particles swirling around him. With a crisp chime, Lin Mayu basks in the sensation of leveling up, his power breaking through once again. It only took 5 minutes to hit level 11, and his mental power is fully restored. Lin Mayu doesn't pause, immediately summoning 4 new skeleton warriors to join his army. He notices a shocking change. His stat growth has doubled. Instead of 10 points per level, he now gains 20. This is the terrifying potential of a hidden class. His skeleton warrior stats skyrocket alongside him. But Lin Mayu looks at his skill bar, puzzled. Strange, everything else got stronger, so why is Corpse Explosion still level 1? Ningyi's smiling face flashes through his mind. Maybe she would know the answer. Suddenly, a system prompt announces the area is cleared, interrupting his thoughts. The boss appears, a massive white wolf king with stats hitting 2000. Lin Mayu narrows his eyes. It's stronger than his skeletons, but he's not fighting alone. The skeleton army swarms forward, but the Wolf King unleashes a massive roar. The shockwave blasts the front line backward, chipping away a chunk of their health instantly. The Wolf King rampages, smashing skeletons to pieces. But Lin Mayu remains calm, commanding his troops. The bigger the target, the easier it is for my skeleton legion to hit. After blasting the skeletons back with another roar, the arrogant Wolf King turns and runs. Lin Mayu pauses, stunned. You're a dungeon boss. Why are you running away? The Wolf King didn't flee out of fear, it went to call for backup. Eerie red light pulses from the cave depths, followed by howling. Something is wrong. In a blink, over 100 red-eyed wolves swarm out. Lin Mayu looks at the dense pack and sneers. A normal team would have been wiped out instantly by this. The wolves lunge to tear him apart, but to a necromancer, they are just walking XP. Red light gathers in Lin Mayu's palm. His god-tier skill, Corpse Explosion, is ready. Boom! Corpse Explosion hits, dealing massive damage instantly. The wolves are vaporized in a blaze of glory, and the experience points just keep rolling in. Even high-level monsters get equal treatment. Lin Mayu coldly remarks, "You should try this too," before blasting the roaring wolf into oblivion. The Wolf King falls, dropping decent XP but mediocre loot. Lin Mayu doesn't hesitate, he follows the glowing skull deeper, hunting for the final boss. Leveling up multiple times in just an hour, his speed is terrifying. While the fallen elite goblin mumbles nonsense, Lin Mayu is only focused on its insane stats. The final boss reveals itself. Its red eye glares with oppressive intensity, backed by absurdly high stats. They clash instantly, blood sprays, as the real fight begins. A lethal strike hits Lin Mayu, but damage transfer absorbs it all. A skeleton warrior takes the fall, and gets blasted away, the ultimate survival skill in action. Another massive strike. Terrifying power slams down, shattering the ground and sending debris flying. The boss's destructive force is insane. The boss is hurting from the recoil, but Lin Mayu grimaces. His own constitution is too weak, amplifying the transfer damage so much that his skeletons are shattering one by one. He realizes he is the weak link. Lin Mayu knows he must boost his constitution. Watching the boss's stats crush his skeletons, the situation turns critical. Can't win one-on-one? Then swarm it. Lin Mayu's gaze hardens. If quality isn't enough, he'll drown it in quantity. His undead army is ready. The battle reaches a fever pitch. The skeleton swarm tactic is working. The arrogant boss is now drowning in a sea of undead, its health chipping away bit by bit. The boss erupts, blasting the skeletons away with a massive repulsion ring. Lin Mayu observes calmly, this monster's skills are far nastier than the Wolf King's. Flames roar towards him, he has to interrupt it. Lin Mayu focuses instantly, overdrawing his mental strength to unleash spirit flames. He bets everything on this shot. The spirit flames slam into the boss's skull, stunning it instantly before a berserk strike pierces right through its head. The massive body crashes down. Golden light flashes level 12. His exhausted mental strength refills instantly, and a pile of top-tier loot drops. Huge profit. Cooldown reduction is useless for him, but the stat-boosting cloak and valuable crystal are treasures. Lin Mayu doesn't hesitate, waving his hand to summon 4 fresh skeleton warriors. The teleport light fades, and Lin Mayu walks out unscathed. The guards' eyes nearly pop out of their heads. He soloed a hell-level dungeon? And he's still alive? Ignoring the stunned crowd, Lin Mayu is already planning the next round. Wild monsters give too little XP, better to meditate and wait for the dungeon to reset. 12 hours of meditation and review have given him total mastery over his skills. When Lin Mayu opens his eyes again, his azure gaze is filled with confidence. The next slaughter begins. Under the night sky, Lin Mayu calculates his strength for more skeletons ready to rise. His gaze shifts to the adventurers, mind drifting back to that beaten, muddy kid. Chaos erupts ahead. While the crowd screams about unfairness, the Dynasty Guild guards stand like walls, blocking the dungeon just so their young master can finish a mission. Ruthlessness takes over. The red-haired warrior decides he's heard enough, unleashing a blazing explosion to silence the crowd with sheer force. A body flies through the air dead on impact. The crowd freezes in horror, but the guild members just sneer, treating the murder of a solo player like a trivial game. The motive is revealed: the rare Goblin King's crystal. It only drops once every 100 days in nightmare mode, and the Dynasty Guild is desperate to monopolize it. Lin Mayu scoffs at the bounty board. They're offering peanuts for a crystal worth a fortune. Only a fool would fall for such a blatant ripoff. A ring with god-tier stats? That changes everything. Eyes gleaming with determination, Lin Mayu decides he's taking that crystal. Guild blockade be damned. Warnings scream from behind, but Lin Mayu walks straight into the lion's den. Facing their death threats, he simply glows with necrotic energy and commands, "Move!" They mock him as a brainless rookie, unaware of who they're dealing with. Lin Mayu's eyes burn with a chilling green light, his patience snapping as he repeats his order. The bully laughs him off, but his smile falters. Something about Lin Mayu's cold, dead stare sends a shiver straight down his spine. Words fail, and violence begins. The bully roars, unleashing a scorching wave of energy, aiming to blast this stubborn rookie off the cliff. The enemy mage activates a barrier and sneers. He's so confident in his level advantage that he dares Lin to try and scratch his shield. Instant regret. The skeleton warrior slams into the shield with terrifying force. The mage's arrogance shatters along with his barrier. He realizes too late that one more hit means death. A last-second fire spell knocks the skeleton back, saving the bully's life. He scrambles up, shaking and humiliated, screaming for his team to counterattack. The tank gets launched into the air, his defense utterly useless against the skeleton's brute force. Realizing they can't fight the minions, the enemies scream, "Kill the summoner!" Take out the master, and the puppets fall. Clinging to this hope, the guild members swarm forward, unleashing a chaotic barrage of spells directly at Lin Mayu. Explosions tear up the ground, but Lin Mayu stands unmoved. He simply raises a hand, whispering a command, and more nightmare skeletons crawl out from the void. Their assault hits a wall of bone and steel. The skeleton warrior parries effortlessly, its counterattack so fast the enemy mage can only stare in disbelief. Panic sets in as they realize the skeleton army is growing. Desperate, the leader unleashes a rare fiery snake dance, hoping raw firepower can turn the tide. The inferno swallows Lin Mayu whole. It's a devastating hit, and as the flames roar, the enemy smirks, convinced he's finally incinerated this troublesome rookie. Suddenly, the sky tears open. Monsters rain down like bombs, sending soldiers into a panic. There are too many to fight. Meanwhile, inside the dungeon, the necromancer Lin Mayu is about to begin his hunt. The Dynasty Guild elite squad gets into formation. With a roar from the red-haired captain, buffs light up everyone's status bars. They look unstoppable. The captain smirks at his charging team. "We are invincible," he thinks. Bystanders scramble back, terrified to get in the way of these bullies. Suddenly Lin Mayu strikes. A silent soul flame ignites, throwing the guild into chaos as their healer screams in panic. Before they can react, a teammate drops dead instantly. The female member gasps in horror, while the captain hits the ground, mind completely blank. It's not a monster, it's him. The captain stares at the calm figure of Lin Mayu, realizing with horror that they are being wiped out by a single man. The tank raises his shield in desperation, but against this overwhelming power, their defense crumbles like paper, drowned out by screams of agony. A red beam pierces through. The tank's HP hits 0 instantly, cutting his cry for help short as he collapses. The formation shatters. The captain's eyes bulge in pure terror, pointing at Lin Mayu. That thing isn't human. Run! Trying to run? Too late. Lin Mayu stands calmly in the rain and activates his signature move, corpse explosion. Boom! The explosion swallows everything. The math is brutal. Damage equals 100% of the corpse's HP. Result: no survivors. When the smoke clears, only ruins remain. The captain is vaporized, leaving Lin Mayu standing alone in the silence of total destruction. Lin Mayu wipes his face, looking at the devastation without a hint of emotion. It's all over, he murmurs. Bystanders stare at the scorched cave entrance, trembling. Absolute annihilation. Terrified of the Dynasty Guild's wrath, they scramble to flee. Half an hour later, the guild's backup arrives. The blonde leader stares at the empty cave, completely confused. Where is Zhao Ji? Where did everyone go? No reply to messages. A chill runs down his spine. An entire elite squad vanished from the face of the earth, without a single trace. Meanwhile, the killer is miles away. Lin Mayu sits calmly on a rock, checking the loot from the Goblin King. A new skill book secured. Level 13 reached. Lin Mayu runs the numbers calmly. To get into Xiaojing Academy, I need more. 5 more dungeon runs to hit my target. Under the night sky, Lin Mayu exits the dungeon alone. He frowns at being only level 13, but accepts the grind. Seeing the empty wasteland, he decides to return tomorrow. Nearby, Xiaoshui celebrates reaching level 10, only to spot movement. Her eyes widen. The insane solo grinder is none other than her rival, Lin Mayu. The proud mage can't believe he's soloing. Inside, Lin Mayu proves his power, standing tall with a terrifying army of 72 skeletons looming behind him. The boss falls. Lin Mayu loots the rare gear, mocking the weak challenge. 12 hours later, he exits again, hitting level 13 with a satisfied smirk. With rare loot in hand, he sits in the forest calculating stats, regretting his unupgradable skills. Suddenly, a familiar voice interrupts his thoughts. Xiaoshui asks for his level. Hearing, level 14, she nearly collapses. She's exhausted at 11, yet the gap between them only widens. The shock is brutal. Her eyes bulge in disbelief. How can he leave everyone in the dust when they started at the same time? Too proud to ask for help, she grinds with randoms. An hour later, she's wrecked. 30 minutes more, and she desperately joins any team that will have her. Back by the stream, Xiaoshui collapses, gasping for air. She finally snaps, screaming at Lin Mayu that she refuses to live in his shadow any longer. To enter the top academy, she needs level 15. Lin Mayu suggests nightmare mode, but Xiaoshui snaps. No elite team carries a level 12 rookie. Despite her exhaustion, Xiaoshui smiles mysteriously. She looks at Lin Mayu, holding onto a trump card she wants him to beg for. A cooldown talisman. It resets dungeon timers instantly. Even the stoic grinder Lin Mayu looks surprised. This item is a game changer. But realization strikes. Using it 7 times in 2 days means non-stop grinding. The physical toll hits her, and she clutches her head in despair. Lin Mayu offers to team up. He'll carry. Xiaoshui realizes the genius of it. Teaming with this monster means massive XP without lifting a finger. They rest for 2 hours to recover. Time up. Standing before the portal, Xiaoshui clenches her fists, a mix of nerves and anticipation. Lin Moyu doesn't hesitate, he selects Nightmare difficulty. Xiaoxue stares at the deathly skull icon and screams in pure terror. Gravity shifts as they enter. Seeing the insane monster stats, Xiaoxue wails that they're doomed, but Lin Moyu coldly commands, "Stay close." Monsters swarm instantly. Xiaoxue trembles, convinced it's over, while Lin Moyu stands his ground, annoyed by her panic. Shockingly, the skeletons are invincible. The trio sprints through the chaos, Xiaoxue bewildered by his god-tier defense. No time to breathe, the real nightmare arrives. A colossal nightmare wolf king roars from the cliff, freezing their blood. As the giant wolf shatters its chains, Lin Moyu wastes no time. Energy crackles in his palm as he unleashes his core skill, Corpse Explosion, to end this instantly. Boom! The shockwave sends Xiaoxue flying, instantly boosting her XP by 30%. Watching monsters get tossed like ragdolls, she freezes in disbelief. Is this a dungeon run or a demolition? The Nightmare Wolf King lies dead in under a minute. Trembling, Xiaoxue asks if he's been soloing Nightmare mode. Lin Moyu nods calmly, as if it's completely normal. Before Xiaoxue can process reaching the final boss in 10 minutes, a deafening boom echoes. The massive green orc is obliterated instantly, another one-shot kill. Golden light bathes Lin Moyu level 15. Xiaoxue bites her lip, feeling the power gap widen. She sighs at a sword drop, only for Lin to suddenly ask if she wants a scepter. The goblin scepter is top tier, but Lin Moyu just tosses it to her while she hesitates. Turns out, he's holding a rare boss skill book and has zero interest in the staff. While Xiaoxue wonders why he never uses the book, Lin Moyu calculates efficiency. Gathering mobs and chaining Corpse Explosion is the fastest, most brutal way to level up. Under the night sky, Lin Moyu coldly apologizes to the boss for needing to kill it 5 more times. Xiaoxue watches, finding a serious quirk strangely cute. Just as they prepare to leave, Xiaoxue spots a glowing orange crystal. But as she reaches for it, a massive green hand creeps out from the darkness. Danger closes in. After 5 consecutive runs, Xiaoxue hits level 15 and jumps for joy. Bursting with confidence, she urges Lin Moyu, with this power, why not aim for the national champion? Xiaoxue reveals that the champion gets access to the Creation Seminar, a gathering of elites like Su Jianjin. It's not just glory, it's a ticket to ultimate power. Xiaoxue is determined to catch up to her sister. Suddenly, she spots a familiar figure, Lin Moyu's friend, Gao Yang, getting rejected by a party for being too low level. Lin Moyu decides to bring Gao Yang along immediately. Meanwhile, tension explodes in the guild office as a superior berates a subordinate for the unauthorized dungeon blockade. The blonde man sweats, terrified about his missing men. The elder realizes someone wiped out an entire squad without a trace. Someone dares to challenge the Dynasty Guild. Back in the wild, Gao Yang spots Lin Moyu and Xiaoxue. Realizing the 2 powerhouses are here to help, he bursts into tears of joy, eyes sparkling with adoration. Xiaoxue silences Gao Yang's jokes with a glare. But when Lin Moyu invites him to the party, Gao Yang instantly kneels, proclaiming them his saviors and swearing absolute loyalty. While waiting for cooldowns, Xiaoxue drills Gao Yang into submission. He thinks Lin Moyu is courting her and winks in support, earning only silence from Lin. Gao Yang's mouth gets him in trouble again. A vortex of fire blasts him away. Xiaoxue dusts off her hands, satisfied, while Lin Moyu watches calmly, noting that he asked for it. 10 hours later, they enter the dungeon. Gao Yang panics when he realizes its nightmare difficulty. Xiaoxue stays cool, telling him to shut up and enjoy the carry. Gao Yang, the tank, clings to Xiaoxue in terror. Suddenly, Corpse Explosion detonates, vaporizing the nightmare boss. While Gao Yang gapes, Xiaoxue flips her hair. Just another Tuesday. Gao Yang shamelessly begs on his knees to be carried. Lin Moyu looks disgusted, but agrees to help his teammates level up for the big exam. While Lin Moyu looks unstoppable, tension builds on the walls. A mysterious figure watches, and a purple-haired assassin strikes. The stench of conspiracy explodes. The elders analyze from above. Lin Mayu and Xia Shui aiming for Xiaojing Academy need level 16. A near impossible feat. Suddenly, someone shouts, "They're here!" Geniuses start appearing, levels 12 and 13. The observers praise them, but secretly wonder, hasn't anyone above level 14 shown up yet? Just as everyone wonders where the main trio is, movement strikes at the cliff edge. The three of them crash down from the sky, making a hardcore entrance. Seeing Xia Shui and Gao Yang panting, someone spots it. Xia Shui actually hit level 15. That's an 80% chance for Xiaojing Academy right there. But the real bombshell drops. Lin Mayu is level 16. The elders are stunned. His leveling speed defies logic and crushes every other genius. Seeing their top-tier gear, the principal is both proud and concerned, urging them to rest. Lin Mayu clenches his fist. With this power, tomorrow's exam is in the bag. The next morning, Lin Mayu is fully recovered. Checking his stats, 100 skeleton warriors, and insane attributes, he knows he's at peak condition. At the gathering, loudmouth Gao Yang shouts from afar. Xia Shui asks if he's confident. Lin Mayu replies with a single word, "Yeah." That's the confidence of a powerhouse. Taking the teleport stone and hearing the safety warnings, Lin Mayu steps into the exam site. Over 10,000 students gather. The real competition begins now. The trial tower activates with a massive boom, energy erupting instantly. Strict rules blare over the broadcast, and everyone tenses up immediately. The rules are brutal. No talking, no questions. One unlucky guy opens his mouth and gets disqualified instantly, terrifying everyone into silence. Trials vary by class. Combat roles fight, support roles face scenarios. Different paths, same cruelty. After the basic trial, you choose the difficulty, nightmare or hell. Here, points are worth more than gold. This gamble decides their future. The demon guardian coldly announces items are sealed. Violators get kicked. Lin Mayu walks toward the portal, already figuring out this dungeon's pattern. The examiners above target Lin Mayu, mistaking him for a normal summoner. They toss a monster 2 levels higher at him, trying to teach him a lesson. Facing a strong enemy with hidden stats, Lin Mayu doesn't flinch. The moment the countdown hits 0, he raises his hand. Soul Blaze. 0.1 seconds. In a blink, the massive monster disintegrates. Lin Mayu stands there, unruffled. A true instant kill. The monitoring room explodes in chaos. Chief Examiner Ning Xiafeng wanted a show, but stares blankly at the instant kill. What kind of freakish class is this? In the control room, the blonde examiner isn't convinced. Rare difficulty is a joke to him, so he orders legendary difficulty for the next round. Ignoring his staff's concerns about fairness, he promises a massive score bonus if the kid survives. Lin Mayu raises his hand. Soul Blaze. Boom! Another instant kill. The examiners in the control room are stunned. This power is already at a legendary level. The first round is declared over immediately. The results drop, and it's insane. Lin Mayu scored perfect in 0.15 seconds. The black-haired girl stares at the screen, jaw clenched. She knew he was a monster, but this gap is humiliating. Still, she refuses to surrender. The guy who missed the top 3 loses it, screaming that it must be a mistake. Meanwhile, Lin Mayu wonders if he went too hard. As round 2 begins, he stares at the hellish difficulty option with a determined look. Time to choose difficulty. The arrogant warrior Wang Ziheyo picks hellish to try and catch up. Xia Shui stays smart, knowing mages are weak in duels. She plays it safe. Everyone is analyzing the strategies of these geniuses. Everyone wonders what the freak necromancer will pick for this 30-minute endurance test. Lin Mayu knows exactly what's up. For others, it's a challenge. For him, it's a walk in the park. He locks in the hardest setting without hesitation. As expected, he picks hellish difficulty. The observers congratulate old Lu on his student. On the field, the elite wolfman looks terrifying, but Lin Mayu glances at its stats and thinks just one thing: too weak. The exam starts, and his two skeleton warriors lunge forward another instant kill. Lin Mayu actually feels bored. Waiting 5 seconds for the next monster to spawn is too slow. He doesn't even need to lift a finger. The observers are stunned his summons are stronger than actual champions. Meanwhile, the other geniuses are struggling. Wang Zihao swings wildly, and Xia Shui blasts fire with everything she's got. Everyone is fighting for their lives except Lin Mayu. This is ridiculous. Lin Mayu is sitting on the stairs eating snacks during a hellish exam. When it ends, the blonde guy collapses, exhausted, dreaming that his 50 kills surely secured him first place. The blonde guy demands to see the scoreboard, and instantly cracks. Lin Mayu has 1605 points, a massive lead. With only 200 points himself, the guy questions reality. They aren't even in the same league. People do the math and freeze 301 monsters in 30 minutes? That's one every 6 seconds. It's inhuman efficiency. Before they can recover, round 3 is announced. A boss fight, and yes, hellish difficulty is an option. Lin Mayu faces the hellish boss. The wolf captain looks imposing, but to Lin, who's fought real monsters in the wild, this hellish level is a joke. He sighs, his eyes full of disappointment. Despite the gap, the others haven't given up. The blonde warrior laughs maniacally, craving a challenge, while Xia Shui fights with her back to the wall, blasting pillars of fire. Everyone is desperate to catch up. Back to Lin Mayu, no surprise here. A flash of red skill light, and the boss drops dead instantly. The observers are numb. Does this kid have a limit? Old Lu stays calm. Wait for the 5th round, that's the real test. Another blowout. Lin Mayu's score hits over 2,000, while others are stuck in the hundreds. Gao Yang stares at the board, sweating bullets. He's miles behind, but he grits his teeth. He has to seize his chance in round 4. The rules for round 4 are brutal. 10 waves, 100 monsters total. The next wave spawns whether you're done or not. If you're slow, you'll be swarmed. The pressure in the air is suffocating. It gets worse. The last wave is led by a boss. Clearing it gives 2,000 points. The high stakes drive everyone into a frenzy. The screen is filled with explosions and flying skills. They're fighting like mad for that top spot. The examiners try a cheap tactic, attack the summoner directly. But Lin Mayu just glows with blue light. He doesn't panic. Instead, he smirks and orders his skeletons to stretch their bones. Their little trick won't work on him. The intense battle pauses here. The girl in red gives a mysterious smile to the camera, as if saying, "Don't rush, the real show is just beginning." The story begins. In a world ruled by classes, Lin Mayu starts strong, deciding that 3 skeletons are more than enough for this. The examiners are stunned he can summon a 3rd one. Lin Mayu, however, finds this test boringly easy, almost like child's play. Some bored observers switch channels. Meanwhile, the blue-haired mage girl confidently blasts through with fire, thinking she's got this in the bag. The crowd goes wild. Some praise Lin Mayu's instant kills, while others refuse to believe he soloed the nightmare dungeon. Rivals are making moves. Feng Xiao conserves stamina, while Wang Zihao activates Berserk, going all out in a desperate bid. Round 4 ends. Only the 5 toughest candidates remain standing, and the tension spikes instantly. The scoreboard reveals the truth. Lin Mayu is first by a landslide. The massive gap sends chills down everyone's spine. The survivors have different mindsets, calculating, hopeful, or fierce, but they all aim for the same goal: Xiajing Academy. The mysterious examiner speaks. Round 5 is do or die. Over 100 high-level monsters are about to swarm them. The rules are brutal. Stronger monsters mean more points. But for the exhausted students, the nightmare is just beginning. The scene shifts to a stormy ruin, thick with a suffocating aura of death that weighs heavily on everyone. A lizardman tries to call for help. Lin Mayu strikes, but the monster survives. Surprisingly tanky. One hit isn't enough? Then explode it. Corpse explosion hits, points skyrocket, and the observer's jaws drop. Lin Mayu notices the corpses vanish too quickly. His gaze sharpens. He needs a faster, More violent strategy. He commands his skeletons to round up the monsters. If single kills are too slow, he'll group them up and wipe them out at once. Boom! His score explodes by 4,500 points in a split second. This isn't a test anymore, it's a massacre. The examiner is bewildered. Is this power even human? Lin Mayu stands calmly in the smoke, saying there's no need to wait. Before the dust settles, the skeletons form a shield wall, protecting their master completely. Perfect offense and defense. Enemy mages appear, casting fire rain. Lin Mayu's gaze turns cold. He's been waiting for these squishy targets. Withstanding the attack, Lin Mayu stares through the flames and ruins, a faint smirk forming. Now, it's my turn. Chapter 12 begins. Under a stormy sky, Necromancer Lin Mayu stands atop the ruins, surrounded by his skeleton army. This is the prelude to a calamity. Giant skeleton warriors lead the charge with murderous intent. Lin Mayu stands calmly behind them, raising a hand with a faint glow, a silent signal for death. No hesitation. He crushes the energy ball, unleashing his core skill, Corpse Explosion. A massive blast of red light instantly swallows the enemies. The examiners in the control room are stunned. His score skyrocketed by 6,000 instantly. Powerful summons and massive AoE damage? It's absurd. Sure enough, the difficulty doubles as elite orcs swarm in. Anyone else would despair, but Lin Mayu watches the horde without a hint of fear. In the shadows, a robed elder stares intently. Lin Mayu's performance is abnormal. He suspects the boy has awakened a rare talent. On the scoreboard, Lin Mayu is miles ahead, leaving Xia Shui in the dust. Some call him a genius. Others grit their teeth in jealousy, claiming it's too easy. Meanwhile, over the Xinxia capital, the sun shines on a peaceful, majestic city. But a crisis is quietly brewing in the shadows. Suddenly, dark clouds gather, and golden lightning strikes the trial tower. Even a rat senses the terror as a purple spear pierces the air. Boom! A golden skeletal arm blocks the attack. The invading purple-haired demon, scarred and manic, roars. "You can't stop me!" The guardian strikes back in fury, slicing the demon in two. But the dying intruder smiles eerily. "Kill me! This is just a clone!" Explosions rock the tower. The guardians realize the truth. Abyss demons have infiltrated the space and are corrupting the exam rules. This is a disaster. Top expert Bai Yuan takes control. Learning repairs will take an hour. Inside the exam, Lin Mayu frowns as the monsters vanish, sensing something is wrong. The spatial barriers dissolve. Lin Mayu bumps into the top student, Xia Shui, in the ruins. They stare at each other, confused why the solo dungeon has merged. Thunder crashes. A figure descends amidst lightning. It's the legendary White God, Bai Yuan. The students erupt in shock. Why is a legend here? God Bai's voice booms. "The Abyss demons have invaded, and you are their targets." He grimly announces they must survive the next hour of hell. Panic lasts only a second, replaced by a roar. Xinxia people fight to the death. Students and soldiers alike draw their weapons, ready to face the Abyss. Level 70 monsters? Panic spreads. They realize the Abyss aims to wipe out Xinxia's future. The examiner yells for order amidst the chaos. The blood moon rises. Knights form a desperate shield wall, while the massive beast sneers, looking at them like walking corpses. Just as despair hits, they remember. The exam space is capped at level 19. Suddenly, the hopeless fight seems winnable again. The sky turns red with enemies. A girl clings to Lin Mayu in terror, but he just watches calmly, troublesome but manageable. Staring down at the mutated horde, Lin Mayu isn't scared. He's calculating XP. Do these things drop experience? His focus is terrifying. Above the ruins, 3 red orbs float, mocking them. Scared? Did God Bai say teamwork would save you? What a joke. The team is breaking. We can't win. Just as they give up, the silent Lin Mayu slowly stands up. It's time. Lin, are you crazy? Come back, the girl screams. He ignores her, walking straight toward the army of monsters without looking back. The crowd freezes. Rows of skeleton warriors materialize behind Lin Moyu. Necromancer? Is he taking them all on alone? Facing the taunts and the approaching swarm, Lin Moyu stands alone. He offers only a cold back, ready to unleash hell. He stops abruptly. Why? 50 meters. Perfect range for corpse explosion. He calculated every step. Blue light explodes. 100 skeleton warriors surge forward. The sheer number leaves everyone dumbfounded. What kind of class is this? The skeletons charge with insane speed, shaming even the agility classes. Before the monsters react, Rage Strike smashes into them. Boom! A skeleton sends an orc flying. Lin Moyu frowns slightly. Still alive? These things are tankier than I thought. Confirmed, they drop XP. Lin Moyu's eyes light up. High constitution. That just makes corpse explosion hit harder. Lin Moyu doesn't hesitate. One hand up, corpse explosion. Boom! The battlefield erupts instantly. As the dust settles on the devastation, the blonde guy stares in disbelief, jealousy boiling over. Why is he so strong? Jealousy aside, they're alive. The survivors snap out of it and cheer wildly, we're saved. But the fight isn't over. Seeing his minions wiped out, the boss goes berserk, screaming that he'll drink Lin Moyu's blood. While the monster keeps threatening him, Lin Moyu stays ice cold, his eyes locking on. Found you. The skeleton warrior strikes. The green-skinned monster is terrified by this lunatic fighting style. You lunatic. The abyss demon projection finally panics. Its face cracked, it still tries to talk tough, asking what Lin Moyu is planning. The only answer is 2 words. Corpse explosion. Another boom, and the demon shrieks in agony. Still alive? Lin Moyu adds a soul blaze and crushes the demon's last shred of dignity under his boot. Meanwhile, the Abyss Overlord senses something is wrong. The power of the Abyss is fading fast. Outside the exam, the principal exhales. The Demon King is injured. Crisis averted, though they don't know who did it. Back on the field, the skeleton army ruthlessly mops up the rest. A random student collapses, gasping in terror. Suddenly, a notification pops up for Lin Moyu. Corpse explosion leveled up. That's a pleasant surprise. Perfect timing. Lin Moyu is satisfied, while Ningyi watches in stunned silence from afar. Chapter 14, The Necromancer, a one-man calamity. The storm has just begun. Golden light erupts. Lin Moyu levels up again. The crowd finally reacts. Who is this guy? He's a total monster. Under the blood moon, a rain of destruction pours down, but Lin Moyu stands his ground, staring calmly at the apocalyptic scene. While the Demon King taunts from the sky, Lin Moyu wastes no words and triggers corpse explosion, blasting the demon's projection into oblivion. As the smoke clears and red shards drift down like snow, the survivors look around in disbelief, hardly daring to believe they survived. Outside, golden light repairs the shattered space. The elders sigh in relief, but their hearts remain anxious about the students inside. 0 casualties? The result is so perfect it's suspicious. The elders, now even more worried, immediately activate the teleport to bring everyone back. Xiaoshui calls him Dumb Lin, but her eyes betray her worry, until the white god's voice booms across the field, announcing the end of the exam. Looking at Lin Moyu, Xiaoshui admits to herself they would have been doomed without this monster. Now, all that's left is the final score. With scores decided by the Empire's top officials, everyone is dying to know what evaluation Lin Moyu will get after causing such a commotion. Watching the replay, the examiners are flawed by Lin Moyu's calm and brutal fighting style. He's not a student, he's a future powerhouse. Despite the debate, the head official puts his foot down. The cowards get a poor score, but Lin Moyu gets an absolute excellent. First place. Old Lu jumps up in pure joy As the results come out, he's more excited than if he had won the top spot himself. Xiaoshui congratulates him, and to her surprise, the stoic Lin Mayu actually smiles, instantly softening the mood with a rare, warm moment. Xiaoshui takes second place. It's impressive, but the bystanders are gritting their teeth with envy seeing old Lu sweep the top 2 spots. On the flip side, the blonde guy loses his mind over his poor rating, screaming unfair, with a twisted face, unable to accept reality. The system tolerates no tantrums and forcibly expels him. Immediately after, the broadcast officially declares Lin Mayu the provincial top scorer. Just as everyone cheers for the provincial top scorer, an imperial order suddenly descends, silencing the crowd. Is the provincial title not enough? Golden light explodes. The announcement is earth-shattering. Lin Mayu isn't just the provincial top, he's the national top scorer. Everyone is stunned. Old Lu is on cloud 9, practically ascending to heaven with joy, while the crowd erupts in pride. The province produced a national top scorer. His teammates gather to congratulate him. Knowing this is just the beginning, they aim higher and promise to meet again at the Xiaojing Academy. Out of nowhere, Xiaoshui starts counting exactly how many sentences Lin Mayu has ever said to her, catching everyone off guard with her odd attention to detail. While the world celebrates, silence fills his home. Clutching his grandmother's photo, he whispers the news he made it, just like he promised. A sudden knock breaks the silence. He opens the door to find Principal Lu standing there late at night, a shadowy figure looming behind him. Something feels off. The stranger unleashes a crushing aura instantly. The air feels heavy as lead. Sweat pours down Lin Mayu's face as he struggles to even draw a breath. Instinct takes over. Energy surges around him as he withstands the pressure. The stranger suddenly pulls back, a look of approval in his eyes. Not a bad reaction. Principal Lu bows respectfully, revealing the stranger's identity. Lord Baishan. This is the Empire's top powerhouse standing right in his living room. The test is over. It's time for business. Baishan sits down, eyeing the calm young man before him. He's impressed. This kid is definitely academy material. Baishan glances at the summoned skeleton stats and frowns. All attributes at 250? With such mediocre stats, how on earth did he clear those hellish dungeons? Lin Mayu explains his talent amplifies skills, not raw stats. Baishan nods, finally understanding the trick. Then he drops the bomb. He's here to deliver rewards and escort him to a special trial. This trial is for insiders only. Baishan lays it out clearly. If he wants the details, he has to agree to join the game first. Realizing this is a rare opportunity, Lin Mayu doesn't hesitate and agrees. Baishan grins, immediately summoning the lavish rewards reserved for the national champion. First up, 10,000 points and rare skill scrolls. At the academy, points are worth far more than gold. He's just hit the jackpot. The grand prize? Entry to the legendary Xinxia Tower. Baishan emphasizes its value, then waves his hand. Pack your bags, we're leaving for the academy right now. Before he can even blink, blue teleportation light engulfs them. Standing in the dark, Principal Lu silently watches the young genius embark on his new journey. Space warps, and they appear before the massive monolith of Xiaojing Academy. This isn't just a gate, it's a terrifying weapon capable of crushing supreme experts. Baishan personally drops him off, but Lin Mayu just gives a cold nod. The receptionist's eyes nearly pop out. Who is this kid to treat Lord Baishan so casually? Time to pick a room. The receptionist advises him to save points and pick a shared dorm, but Lin Mayu doesn't even hesitate. I'll take the single room. The receptionist shakes his head, thinking the rookie is wasteful. Little does he know, Lin Mayu thinks he's being frugal by not picking the luxury mansion. He swipes the card. 130,000 points. The receptionist's jaw hits the floor. This isn't a rookie, he's a walking vault. Seeing the balance, the receptionist's attitude does a 180. He eagerly arranges the room and reminds him to get a phone, terrified of offending this VIP. After a night's rest and morning meditation, a familiar silver-haired figure appears. Ningyi smiles warmly at him. What's wrong? Don't recognize an old friend? Ningyi gets up close and personal, gently touching his face. She offers breakfast and a campus tour with a smile that's hard to refuse. Awkward moment at the canteen. Lin Moyu has points but zero cash. He facepalms, realizing he's broke in the most ironic way possible. But a glance at his balance makes her jaw drop. 133,000 points? He's not broke, he's filthy rich. Her eyes nearly pop out of her head. Lin Moyu casually tosses her a red gem. He starts to lecture him, then freezes. It's a Goblin King's core. Her expression shifts from stern to pure shock at its immense value. She accepts the gift with a blush, pink hearts practically floating in the air. Lin Moyu stays cool, internally calculating just how corrupt the Wang Chao guild really was. Back to business, Lin checks his sister's records, but the screen is blank. He suggests that with this level of encryption, his sister must be at an incredibly elite academy. Seeing his heavy expression, he quickly comforts him. But she drops a hint that she has her own mission to complete. Seems no one here has it easy. He meets the team. Captain Jiang Taotao is polite, but the mage Lingjun explodes the moment he hears level 17, slamming his staff down in pure disgust. Lingjun and his crew continue to trash talk behind his back, claiming the national champion is nothing compared to their hidden dragon guild. Pure arrogance. They clash in the hallway. Lingjun blocks the path, sneering that White God's recommendation means nothing, and that only raw strength matters here. Lin Moyu coldly warns him to shut up, but Lingjun keeps provoking him. The arrogance is so suffocating it practically ignites the air with rage. Before fists fly, Captain Taotao steps in. Lingjun backs off out of respect, but sets the date. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., they settle this in the dungeon. Lingjun might have backed down, but he's already plotting with his teammate to test the rookie who took his brother's spot. The scheme is on. Prep time. Taotao takes Lin shopping for supplies. While Lingjun doubts the Necromancer class, Lin is just focused on clearing out his inventory. Before parting, she insists on adding him as a friend, jokingly claiming she needs to bother him anytime. Lin quietly accepts. Back in his room, Lin wastes no time. He pulls out a beginner skill scroll. Tomorrow is the big challenge, and he needs every edge he can get. Jackpot. He learns Curse of Slowness. With his talent boosting it, the debuff is insanely powerful. Summons, attacks, and now curses. His kit is complete. Early the next morning, he is already shouting from downstairs. The sun is up, but she shines even brighter with that boundless energy. The team assembles, and the tension is thick. Lingjun is still snarky, forcing Taotao to demand order. A pink-haired support tries to break the ice with an intro. The trial squad assembles. Besides the familiar faces, there's the buffer Duan Gao, and that squint-eyed, arrogant mage, Lingjun. Lin Moyu and Ningyi reveal their rare class panels. Captain Taotao isn't impressed though, warning everyone, work together or face her wrath. Blue light erupts from the teleporter. The next second, they're dumped into a crimson wasteland, facing a massive black tower wrapped in chains. Before they can catch their breath, the sky shifts again. The tower was just a transit point. They're hurled toward the true exam ground, the stormy mermaid island. Touching the mission stone, faces go pale. Nightmare difficulty, and only 3 mermaid tears will drop. Only the top 3 teams win. The rest get nothing. Target locked on the central peak. Even the tough Captain Taotao looks worried about the weather, but surprisingly, Ningyi steps up to comfort her. These tears are top-tier materials, attracting even foreign pros. At the mountain base, a group of red-eyed masked figures glares at the definitely dangerous rivals. Taotao warns them to prioritize survival against foreign teams. People actually die here. Lin Moyu just looks bored, coolly stating that won't happen. Before the fight, Prophet Duan Gao waves his hands, casting colorful auras over everyone. All stats boosted by 30%. This support class is no joke. Lin Moyu finds the buff weak and summons a skeleton warrior instead. The teammates are terrified by the eerie undead, but Ningy calls it cute. Lin Mayu emotionlessly commands, "Buff it too." Staring at the terrifying skeleton, Duan sweats profusely and stammers his agreement. Awkwardly, the buffs fail completely. Duan mocks both master and servant as useless, but suddenly, the skeleton warrior erupts with green fire and bone-cracking sounds. They're targeted as soon as they enter the woods. But honestly, the teammates are more freaked out by Lin Mayu's staring skeleton than the actual monsters. The trial begins. A red beam tears through the night sky. The team wastes no time, sprinting full speed toward the mermaid dungeon at the island's center. Tao Ao orders them to avoid combat. They tread carefully across a stream flowing with eerie blue liquid. The silence is suffocating, magnifying every drop of water. Contact! A level 19 Trident soldier pops up, but before it can even swing its weapon, a dark shadow slices through it instantly. Blood splatters. The masked girl moves like lightning. Her blade, glowing red, plunges deep into the monster's skull fast, precise, and lethal. Monster levels spike to 21, slowing them down. Tao Ao makes a call. Stop fighting everyone. Let the control mage Miaoyu pave the way. They need to break through now. Miaoyu shouts, unleashing wind binding. A massive teal tornado sweeps away the blocking monsters instantly. 20 minutes later, amidst the raging storm, they're close. The team crouches in the bushes, frozen. High-level monsters block the path. Charging in is suicide, and they're stuck. A detour takes too long. While the pink-haired captain hesitates, her teammate steals her gaze, refusing to wait any longer. The blonde guy mocks Lin Mayu as a newbie, but Lin instantly shuts him up by summoning his skeleton warriors. The skeleton warriors move like lightning, tearing through the monsters so fast the team struggles to keep up. Safe at last, Lin Mayu calmly recalls his skeletons. The team breathes easy, looking at their savior with newfound respect. Danger passes, but the annoying mage starts complaining again. Lin Mayu gives a cold warning, try that again and you're on your own. No time to rest. The pink-haired girl screams in terror as White Country's ambush squad swarms in like mad dogs. It's a rare Shikigami summoner. A massive explosion rocks the ground. This enemy is the real deal. A giant stone gargoyle crashes onto the snowy mountain, blocking the path upward with suffocating pressure. The enemy gloats from the stone giant, claiming the dungeon. Desperate, the team turns to Lin Mayu for a miracle. Facing hundreds of monsters, Lin Mayu raises his hand calmly. More skeleton warriors emerge, stunning everyone with his power. The skeletons tear through the horde like paper. No need for corpse explosions, pure melee power is slaughtering them. Battle over. Teammates who once doubted him are now calling him brother. That's the power of strength. It's not over. The purple-haired girl spins around. Another wave of enemies is flanking them. White Country came prepared. A sky-darkening rain of arrows descends. Mages desperately erect shields, plunging the battlefield into total chaos. After the clash, the team is in disarray. They lack firepower. That slacker mage Lingjun is completely useless. Enough is enough. The main attacker gives the captain an ultimatum. Kick that useless Lingjun, or I walk. That jerk Lingjun still looks smug, thinking he's indispensable, completely unaware he's pissed everyone off. Captain Taozi finally toughs up, giving Lingjun a cold stare. You're out. Justice is served. Traitor gone, the Real Challenge begins. Don't miss the weekend rewards. Stay tuned for more. Chapter 18 kicks off with a bang. That giant purple claw and the terrified face at the bottom scream one thing. Someone is about to have a very bad day. Internal conflict erupts. The arrogant mage threatens to quit, thinking the team is doomed without him. But the captain stares him down cold, refusing to be blackmailed. He actually walks out, dropping a "You'll regret this." The captain doesn't flinch, ordering the rest to enter the dungeon, even though the others are visibly worried. To fill the gap, he drags Lin Mayu in. The support girls are hesitant, but seeing Yi's confidence, they decide to trust her and tag along. The purple dungeon vortex swirls ominously, but Lin Mayu calmly promises their safety. He trusts him completely. That's the confidence of having a carry on your team. Just as they approach, guards ambush them. They recognize Lin Mayu as the summoner and charge in, shouting to stop the intruders at all costs. The enemy leader sneers from above as a massive black monster crashes down like a meteor. The ground explodes, sending guards flying in the chaotic shockwave. While the tank raises her shield in fear, Lin Mayu just calmly raises his hand. Blue energy surges. Here comes his signature move, Rise. A blur of white and green. The skeletons launch like missiles, smashing into the enemy lines with speed so fast, the guards don't even know what hit them. Panic sets in instantly. The enemies are sweating bullets as their attacks bounce off the skeletons. They can't comprehend how one profession can be this broken. Realizing they're losing, one enemy fighter grits his teeth and dashes forward at full speed, trying to cut off the head of the snake. Lin Mayu ignores the threat and straight up selects Nightmare difficulty. At that exact moment, the ambusher crashes down with explosive force, trying to interrupt him. It's a standoff at the cliff's edge. Purple energy crackles between the berserker and Lin Mayu as they lock eyes. Tension is through the roof. Scene change. They're inside the dungeon now. Standing on glowing water, Lin Mayu tells the team to chill with his hands in his pockets. Pure confidence. The girls are still stuck in their old mindset, prepping shields, buffs, and heals. They look serious, bracing themselves for a tough fight. But before they can move, it's over. A massive elite monster lies dead instantly. The team is totally confused. Wait, I got XP already? I didn't even touch it. They keep moving fast. The skeletons are one-shotting everything in sight. The pink-haired girl is hyping it up, realizing she's on the ultimate carry run. The support healer is still in shock, but the captain shouts to keep moving. With this clear speed, you have to run just to keep up with the XP train. The tank girl realizes she's obsolete. Usually, she's the shield protecting everyone, but here, she's just a spectator. Talk about an identity crisis. They hit a dead end at a cliff edge. Just as they're confused, the pink-haired girl points into the abyss below. Look down, there's the boss. The water explodes as a massive three-headed snake queen emerges, stats dwarfing the Goblin King. The green-eyed girl moves to lure it, but Lin Mayu stops her cold. No need. The monster's tail lashes out instantly, sending teammates scrambling. At the same moment, dark shadows charge forward, trailing blue energy without fear. The serpent moves with terrifying speed, slithering across the cliff face, impossible to target. The team watches helplessly from above. It's too agile. What do we do? Lin Mayu raises his hand. Dash. Slow curse. Red magical chains bind the serpent instantly, dragging the lightning-fast monster down to a crawl. With the monster pinned, a skeleton warrior leaps high, blade ready. The teammates stare in shock, realizing Lin Mayu wields powerful curses alongside his summons. The red chains constrict violently. Dash. Death strangle. The crushing force makes the snake scream as explosions erupt across its body. The desperate monster spits a torrent of purple venom. The skeleton warrior doesn't flinch. Undead are immune to poison, rendering the attack completely useless. A massive blue broadsword crashes down, piercing the snake's head instantly. Debris flies and venom splatters it clean. Brutal kill. The elite monster explodes into light, dropping XP and loot. The green-eyed girl stares open-mouthed at the flood of silver-tiered gear notifications. Just watching from the sidelines gives them massive XP. Though they feel useless, the team makes a decision. Stick with Lin Mayu no matter what. Deeper into the cave, a strong fishy stench fills the air. Lin Mayu deduces that since the guard was a snake, the final boss must be the Mermaid Queen. The view opens up to a magnificent underwater palace. But the sight is chilling. 60 elite merman patrolmen are guarding the entrance. While his team trembles at the numbers, Lin Mayu simply says, "The more the better." He turns into a streak of light, charging alone into the horde. The high-stat elites swarm with tridents raised. Lin Mayu dives into the fray alone, tearing a path through the overwhelming barrage of attacks. As more patrols swarm in, Lin Mayu charges a terrifying red energy ball. Without looking back, he shouts to his team, "Cover your ears!" Boom! Corpse explosion triggers a chain reaction, wiping the screen instantly. The teammates stand frozen, watching the kill notification scroll like a waterfall. Smoke clears, and the palace gates slowly open. A suffocating pressure descends as the final boss, the Mermaid Queen with over 5,000 stats, reveals herself. The queen is breathtakingly beautiful, radiating starlight and magic. Looking at her face, Towsy can't help but whisper, "She is so beautiful." Suddenly, a bizarre mental wave sweeps the area. The team is hit instantly, some bursting into tears, while only Lin Moyu remains unaffected. Towsy clutches her head, snapping out of it. She realizes in horror it was charm magic. Without Lin Moyu standing in front, the whole team would be dead. The battle rages on. The Mermaid Queen goes berserk, face twisted in fury, slamming her trident down. The pressure is absolutely suffocating. Facing a boss this strong usually takes an hour. The team feels like wolves cornering a lion, but they look to Lin Moyu's moves are simply unpredictable. The queen leaps into the air, her spear wrapped in terrifying blue energy, plunging down with destructive force. Victory or defeat hangs in this split second. A massive skeleton warrior is shattered instantly. Captain Towsy commands decisively while Lin Moyu's summons hold the line. Everyone buffs up to join the fight. Lin Moyu raises his hand, casting Curse of Slowness in a flash of red. Meanwhile, Towsy struggles against binding chains, while a teammate seizes the chance to unleash a water tornado. Boom! The massive water dragon slams into the ground, the shockwave instantly shattering 12 skeleton warriors. The destructive power is terrifying. Seeing the front line collapsing, Lin Moyu's eyes gleam. Dark energy surges from his hand. "Come out, my soldiers!" Instantly, 87 skeleton warriors rise from the ground. The teammates are dumbfounded, as a sea of skeletons floods the battlefield like a nightmare. Strangers look on in horror, but Ningyi's eyes sparkle. "I knew he got stronger." The Mermaid Queen didn't expect this human to be so tough. Screaming, she unleashes her ultimate skill, Queen's Tears, sending blue energy raining down like a storm. Towsy sweats anxiously, unable to counter due to the level gap. But Lin Moyu remains calm. "Don't panic, my spirit creates immunity." Completely unfazed. Battle over. System notifications flood the screen. XP gained, and the rare mermaid's tear drops. He rolls around in joy with the gem, and even Lin Moyu cracks a rare smile. Before they can catch their breath, he pulls out a glowing pocket watch, a cooldown talisman. The teammates' eyes pop out. This means they can reset the dungeon immediately. Outside the dungeon, the onlookers are confused. Only 30 minutes? They must have given up, right? Someone mocks the skeletons as mere cannon fodder. The cowards nearby are terrified. Survival comes first. Let's retreat. Their weakness stands in stark contrast to Lin Moyu's hardcore clear just now. A shadowy rival prepares to mock them, but Lin Moyu doesn't waste a word. He activates the talisman and leads the team charging back into the dungeon entrance. The crowd gasps, "Holy crap, a cooldown talisman!" Watching them dive straight back into the purple nightmare portal without hesitation, the crowd goes wild. That's nightmare difficulty. Are these two rushing to their deaths? Outside, Sister Towsy looks resolute. "I believe in him." Inside the dungeon, he happily follows Lin Moyu. "You promised to power level me, no takebacks." He calculates 2 more runs with the talisman, eyes manic. "We're going to farm tons of mermaid's tears." Lin Moyu slashes through enemies. "The night is young, hurry up, kill." No contest at all. The massive elite monster crashes down, XP counters scrolling wildly. Standing over the corpse, the duo looks like ruthless grinding machines. This efficiency is insane. Last time it took half an hour to get here. This time, the mini-boss is down in 5 minutes, loot scattered everywhere. This is the speed of the disaster. With the mobs cleared, Lin Moyu wastes no time, leading Talzi straight to the Mermaid Palace for the final boss showdown. The skeleton warrior moves like lightning, becoming a blur of motion as it charges into battle instantly. The Mermaid Queen appears. To avoid her charm spell, Talzi simply shuts her eyes, leaving all the damage dealing to Lin Mayu. Even blind, Talzi senses the opening and shouts for the finish, while Lin Mayu smirks, already prepared to strike. With a deafening boom, corpse explosion triggers. The haughty queen is instantly vaporized, yielding massive EXP and top-tier loot. Talzi levels up immediately. Tasting success, she can't stop now and drags Lin Mayu back in, determined to farm all 3 mermaid tiers. The spectators outside are dumbfounded. They came out in under 10 minutes? This efficiency is absolutely insane. Checking their timers, the crowd has to admit Lin Mayu is far stronger than imagined. This isn't normal human speed. The third run is even faster, just over 8 minutes. Talzi pumps her fist in excitement. This dungeon run feels like a wholesale shopping trip. The Sakura Country professionals watching from afar are clueless, smirking as they assume the team gave up and fled. But the next second, the dungeon entrance collapses and vanishes. Everyone is shocked. It means all 3 mermaid tiers have been looted. Greed instantly overrides reason. The Sakura Country group decides to rob them, while the Shinseia professionals immediately prepare to defend their own. The atmosphere turns hostile instantly. The forest silence is broken as both sides stand off in the night, ready for war. The enemy strikes first, but Lin Mayu remains calm. He summons his skeleton army. If they want to rob him, they'd better be ready to die. A flash in the dark, and Lin Mayu moves instantly. The sheer pressure makes the ambusher's blood run cold. He raises his hand and fires Soul Flame. The eerie green fire blasts directly into the enemy, giving them no chance to breathe. The ambusher screams in agony instantly. With his soul being scorched, his face twists in pain before he drops dead on the spot.